this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week, I want to talk about secrets your ex doesn't want you to know. Ooh, what are they? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. But first, I want to welcome back my No Contact Army. If you're having trouble staying in no contact, be sure to download my app Silencio. And if you're about to break no contact, just hit the panic button and you'll get a little surprise. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. That concludes this video portion. Stay tuned for the audio portion and I will see you next week. Okay, 16 secrets your ex doesn't want you to know. Who knew your ex had so many secrets? So grab the popcorn while I spill the tea. And these are in no particular order. Number 1, the real reason for the breakup. This may be because there were a lot of things, little things that added up to one big decision to break up with you. It may also be because the reason for the breakup is something that you can't change, so there's no point in telling you. Maybe they've decided they don't want to date someone with kids, and you can't exactly get rid of the kids, although some people have tried. And maybe it's just who you are, your personality. A friend of mine was dating a woman who talked too much. And I said, well, couldn't you just tell her? And he said, well, no, that's just who she is. And I go, yeah, you know what? He's right. So ladies, remember, men use a lot less words per day than women do. They don't do a lot of talking, and they generally don't want to hear a lot of words. That's why when you communicate with a man, it has to be to the point and succinct, or you're going to lose them in about 30 seconds. The next one, they don't want you to know they're dating someone else. And that's because they either don't want to hurt you or because it will hurt their chances of getting you back if they change their mind about the breakup. Number 3. They do want to talk to you, but they're afraid that you're not going to respect their boundaries or you're not going to respect their decision to end things and start bugging them to get back together. That's why in relationships, you always want to honor the other person's freedom and decisions. They need to know that you're not going to stop them from doing anything. And you may be thinking, oh, but what if they cheated? Shouldn't I have tried to stop them from cheating? No, you just need to show them that actions have consequences. They chose their actions, now you choose the consequences, okay? So if you're that type of person that gives their partner freedom, then they are more likely to speak with you after the breakup because they know you're not going to try to talk them into coming back. And actually, if you're the kind of person that gives their partner freedom, they're probably not even going to break up with you in the first place. Or if they do, they're going to come running back because not a lot of people do that. Okay, the next one. They miss you too. Aw, but only sometimes. And this could either be because of some of the small routines you guys had, or they miss being able to share the big moments with you. And of course, other times they don't miss you at all. And they don't want you to know this because of pride. They broke up with you, so they don't want you to know that they actually do miss you sometimes. And I do have a video on 10 powerful signs that your ex misses you. And I will post that in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. So the more you stay away, the more they'll miss you. Okay, secret number 5 that your ex doesn't want you to know. They want you to reach out to them. What? I know. When you reach out to them, you're giving them your energy. And this makes the breakup easier on them because they won't miss you as much and they won't feel the loss as much. Now, they may not respond, but they're definitely secretly happy that you're still hanging on. That way, instead of having to lose the relationship cold turkey, which is what happens when you do no contact and leave them alone, it's in steps because you're still reaching out. They don't have to feel the full pain of the breakup. When you keep popping up, you're making the breakup a lot easier for them. And that is yet another great reason to stay in no contact. Number 6, they're thinking about you. How could they not? You were a part of their life for many months or maybe many years. They don't just all of a sudden forget about you. So many of you are afraid your ex is going to forget about you. Stop it. You make me laugh every time you say that. You guys need to work on your self-esteem. Because unless someone had a lobotomy or they had an accident that injured the part of the brain that's responsible for memories, they are not going to forget about you, okay? But you know what? I have a prediction, actually. I predict that in the future, at some point, it's going to be possible to erase certain memories, and people will get this to get over their exes. They will use that to get over their exes. And that's going to be crazy when that becomes a reality. So if someone is listening to this in the distant future, if YouTube is still around, please comment below and say, yes, Lucia, you were right. It's the year 2090, and that's what everyone is doing to get over their ex. I can't even say it. Okay, number 7. They're wondering what you're doing, especially if you're in no contact. And yes, they are looking at your social media. Most people's exes will be looking at their social media, even if they broke up with you. So don't overpost. It's better to underpost. And sometimes it's also good to just disappear for a while. And of course, I've done a video on no contact and social media, and I will put the link in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, secret number 8 that your ex doesn't want you to know. They still have feelings for you. Now, they're not going to tell you because they don't trust with how you're going to take that information. They think you're going to try to take advantage of them or continue to treat them badly if they broke up with you because you cheated or you took them for granted. They want you to think about what you've done or haven't done that caused them to break up with you, and you're not going to be able to do that if you know that they still have feelings for you. Okay? The next one is that they feel bad or guilty for hurting you, especially if you didn't just accept the breakup and say, okay. You were crying and begging, carrying on, as they probably expected. And of course, they feel bad if they have feelings for you, which hopefully they do. The next one is they want to believe that they made the right choice in breaking up with you. As I talked about in my very first video about getting an ex back, how to easily get your ex back, people aren't 100% certain they're making the right decision when they break up with you. There's always a part of them that wonders if maybe they shouldn't dump you, if maybe there's another way to work things out. But at least 51% of them thought that they should dump you, and that's why they did. Number 11, they sometimes think about getting back with you, but they don't want to be vulnerable and admit that they were wrong. But you know what? That's too bad. If they want you back, then they're going to have to be vulnerable, especially if they didn't try to work things out with you and just broke up with you out of the blue. They're going to have to contact you. Otherwise, if you contact them, you're going to be a doormat, they will never respect you, and you will only have the pet cemetery version of them. Okay, secret number 12 your ex doesn't want you to know. They wonder if they can even get you back. Now, obviously, this isn't going to happen at the beginning of the breakup, but as time goes by and you do not contact them, and especially if you're not answering insignificant messages, they're going to start to doubt that they can even get you back if they change their mind. And it's that fear that's going to make them reach out and try harder if they do want you back, especially if they see that you're leveling up or that you're happy and socializing with new people on your social media posts. They're going to start to realize that maybe they messed up and they got rid of a good thing. Next one, they don't want you to know they're not dating anyone. People are always assuming that their ex has someone else lined up or that they're going to move on very quickly, but that's not always true. And they especially won't want you to know that they're not dating anyone if you're doing no contact or if it looks like you are dating. So don't just assume they're dating up a storm. Not necessarily. Number 14. They like to think they still have you as an option and that you can't move on without them. Oh. They want to think that you're sitting there waiting for them, and if they change their mind tomorrow, they can come back just like that. Now, obviously, you're not going to let that happen, because if they do say they want you back, you're going to have 6 questions that you should ask your ex when they tell you they want you back. And I made a video on that, surprise, surprise, and I will post the link to that in the upper right-hand corner. That's why no contact is so powerful, because if they thought the day they broke up with you that they could easily get you back, as time goes by and you're not contacting them and you're just doing your thing, they're going to realize that they can't just get you back. Now, they're not necessarily going to be sitting there thinking that. It's just going to be more of a feeling that they have. Anytime anyone breaks up with anyone, they feel like they can probably get them back. Unless they break up with me and they've heard my videos, then they know that getting me back will be virtually impossible. Haha. So by breaking no contact, you're giving them the security of knowing they can get you back if they change their mind, so they won't be in a rush to change their mind. That's why no contact is so wonderful, because it shows that you can stay away. And if you can stay away, you can walk away. That's the implication. Okay, 2 more. If it looks like you're slipping away, they will test you. This is where the insignificant messages that you guys get come from. They were missing you at that moment, or they were really insecure about whether they could get you back or not, so they send out a little test balloon, a little message, and if you haven't been listening to me, you respond, and then you don't hear back from them. They just want to make sure they still had a hold on you. They thought they had the power, and now they see they don't, if you don't respond to insignificant messages. So stop doing that. And finally, number 16, we made it. No contact is working on them. Yes. First of all, they probably weren't expecting it, especially if you begged and pleaded or were blowing up their phone after the breakup. When you suddenly disappear and do no contact or even radio silence, they're going to be surprised and wonder what is going on. Okay, so let's do a recap of all 16. Number 1, the real reason for the breakup. Number 2, they're dating someone else. Number 3, they do want to talk to you. Number 4, they miss you. Number 5, they want you to reach out to them. 6, they're thinking about you. 7, they wonder what you're doing. They're stalking your social media. 8, they still have feelings for you. 9, they feel bad or guilty for hurting you. 10, they want to believe they made the right choice in breaking up with you. 11, they sometimes think about getting back with you. 12, they wonder if they can even get you back now. 13, they're not dating anyone. 14, they like to think they still have you as an option. 15, if it looks like you're slipping away, they'll test you. And 16, no contact is working on them. Okay, so now I want to hear from you. Do you feel better now after you heard all these secrets? Which one was your favorite? And can you think of any other secrets that your ex may have? Did I miss one? Please comment below. And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. The direct link is below. And yes, I work with people all around the world. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.